Okay, proud of our guys, proud of the coaching staff, the assistant coaches, another week of very good preparation, planning, game plan wise, getting our position groups ready. And a great job of our players executing. We're starting to figure things out. I think we've gotten better with each week in the last 4 weeks. Still things to get better at, obviously, but we're starting to play better as a football team. Played another complete game this week, very much like last week. All 3 phases were functioning well. Reggie Dunn, again, I mean, that's impressive. Reggie doing what he's doing for us, special teams wise. And, Travis, I think, took another step forward. Defense played well all afternoon. Great pass rush. I think we sacked him 5 times in the first half. I don't know what the goals were. We didn't do much in the second half, but it was a good effort all around, and we needed it, obviously. And our backs are to the wall, and they'll still be to the wall the rest of the way. That's the approach we got to take, and keep fighting our way out of the corner. That's our mentality. So, questions?
Coach, what do you got to do to take the momentum you've gained over these last 2 weeks on the road with you?
Well, we got to keep practicing well during the week, which has never been an issue this season. Guys got to stay confident. They can't get overconfident. Obviously, we've got things that we got to work on. Like I said, we haven't arrived by any means. We've got, we're just starting, like I said, to figure things out, take baby steps, and got to keep that same mentality. You can't change our mentality at all.
What are some of the things that, when you say figure things out, that really stick out to you that you guys are really?
Well, I think just overall, I think figure things out may not be the best term. We're just starting to, execution is becoming cleaner. I think on defense we're covering better. We're getting after the quarterback better. As I mentioned, I think Travis has taken a step forward. Each of his 4 successive starts, I feel he's gotten better each week in succession. John White is healthy now, back-to-back 100-yard games, and put another one, obviously together today. Record stays intact, and when he goes for 100, we win. So that's something that we should pay attention to as coaches, I guess. I mean, the proof is there. But receivers, proud of the way the receivers are blocking downfield. A lot of the yards are because of the blocking downfield. So like I said, we're just starting to I don't know what the term is. The chemistry is good. We're starting to gel a little bit with the offense and the scheme, and get an identity.
Coach, the first half, and I was just talking the first half defense, that had to be pretty special. They just barely got 100 yards total.
Yeah, I think both halves of defense actually were good. We pulled all the starters, right after the third quarter was winding down, or fourth quarter was just beginning, and I thought the backups came in and did some good things, and we did the same thing with the offense. We got a lot of guys some reps that about midway through the fourth, some earlier than that. But proud of, to answer your question, proud of the defense, and thought they started well and played strong through the finish, and we gave up that touchdown at the end, which is disappointing. But I guess no game's ever going to be perfect. So.
You held them to 70 yards under their season average in passing yards. You also didn't have Ryan Lacey this game. Can you talk a little bit about the performance of your secondary, in particular your cornerbacks?
Yeah, those guys stepped up, and we never talk about injuries, but we've got a lot of guys go down this year, and it's just next man up mentality. The next guy in, pick up the slack, and that's how we operate. And without Ryan Lacey, it gave Lewis Walker an opportunity to be a full-time guy this afternoon. Mo Lee played another good football game. Reggie Tops, another good game. The safeties are playing well. We did miss a couple of tackles. Need to come to balance better, break down, do some fundamental things better at times. But very pleased with how the secondary is playing. It's a couple weeks in a row now we've had pretty sneaky pass defense.
Coach, what did you see on that 2-point conversion call? What was the thought process behind it?
Well, first of all, our protection was getting ridiculously shoddy. We had let guys through on the one before, and so we practice that every week. It shows up, I think it's shown up a time or 2 in the games, but it's just a count thing. You spread out. We change the formation just tweak it a little bit week to week, but it's all a count. If the count is right, you go with it. If the count is not in your favor, you shift everybody back in and kick the PAT. So it's just one more thing for the opposition to work on, and one more way for us to at times steal an extra point.
No York today, no Lacey, no JT.
No, a lot of guys. We got 10 starters out. From when we look back at the beginning of the season, and the whole line is starting to run on fumes. We don't have a lot of healthy bodies there, but like I said, nobody cares. 80% of the people don't care, and 20% are glad that you got the issues you got. So that's how it is, and next man up.
What does that say about the depth of this program?
Well, I think our depth is getting better. It's not where it needs to be, but the coaches are recruiting well, and we've had a couple of really good classes back-to-back, particularly last year, and we need to keep doing that. And I think it's a work in progress, and I don't know if I'll ever sit up here and say, yeah, we've got all the depth we need. I don't know if that's ever going to be the case, but it has improved dramatically over the last 3 or 4 years.
Can you talk about what you did with the Kruger brothers today, lining Joe up different?
Yeah, great job by Kalani and Morgan and Sharif and Chad, all those defensive coaches. They spent countless hours in that film room and studied the opponent and came up with a nice odd package that we slid into some even fronts out of that odd package, but it was essentially a nickel secondary, 3 down, 3 back. It was a 33 scheme, and created some issues for their protection. And this is one of those rare weeks, as I talked earlier in the week, where it was pass first, run second. Our mentality is almost always take away the run on the way to the pass, but this week was different. You got to take away the pass first, and I thought the scheme they came up with was outstanding. But it all boils down to players. It always does, and they executed very well for players.
Coach, in a big win like this, it's hard to find some things that were maybe areas of weakness. What did you see?
We'll find them. Yeah, we'll find them. Just a lot of things we can do better. Well, first of all, the touchdown at the end. I mean, that was blown coverage. It was the right call, but we didn't execute the coverage properly. And the run game, we got a little bit inefficient in the run game. Later in the game, we started. There wasn't many creases there, and that one pulled John White out. But we got something that happens to John. You got to have the next guy ready, so it's good to get those guys reps. But we'll find plenty. Trust me on the film to keep correcting. That's just the nature of the beast.
100th game.